with an additional question is there anything displayed on the pin pad itself?
No, what happened, Mike, is that I unplugged it to rearrange and then I plugged it back in and it's just not working now.
Okay, but it's got like the scrolling dotted line with the arrow on it.
Correct.
All right, it's not broken. So that's what I wanted to ask Hardik is if it had the scrolling arrow, on the screen, if it was blank, it's probably dead. If it had an error code like TPM, tamper, like no D key, there's some like weird messages that people give you some random messages on this device. It's also broken, but it's doing what it's supposed to. So I'm gonna initiate go to assist Shirley, and then I'm gonna share my screen so I can show Hardik what we got going on.
Okay. Dave tried to connect to my computer yesterday and it wouldn't let him. He kept giving me codes, but it would every time I put a code in, it told me, I
don't know. Oh, good. I just changed my password for Go to Assist yesterday, and I thought I didn't know what it was because it wasn't working, but I got it. All right, in the chat for this call, Shirley, you'll have a link. And then I will share my screen.
Oh, he didn't send it to me this way. I don't have to do anything else, right?
You do. I just had to click it first.
Download.
Right. Yep. Can you both see my screen?
Yep.
All right. Awesome.
Mine's still loading. And I hit open file, right?
Yes, please. Well, nothing changed with this. We're going to continue to use this for the foreseeable future for support. All right. So there's this software, Hardik, that we use for the pin pads for DNA to actually pin the cards. It's called Card Wizard. And in the install folder, so it's installed on the C drive under the programs files x86, there is this Card Wizard application. And in here, there is a this right here. It's a utility to set the pair the pin pad to the computer. I'm going to send it to a shortcut because as Shirley's probably well aware from over the years that this thing has a tendency to break once in a while. So what I do with those pin pads, Hardik, because they tend to break a lot and they just lose that connectivity, so they don't always have to like call us for help, is I send that pin pad shortcut, the pin pad selector, to a desktop shortcut, and then I just rename it for them, and I just say.
Oh, it wasn't on my desktop already?
No, it was probably on a previous computer or something. My hunch that's my hunch. I just call it fix pin pad.
That's a good idea.
But basically what you're gonna do if you need to help a user, you click on this, it's gonna bring you up here. If it's the Verifone one, it's real easy. We should be able to use the auto detect.
Oh, I remember doing this.
It'll take a minute, and it should pick up the device, should show the Verifone 1000 SE, and it should hopefully pick up a COM port. If it does that, it should work.
So, Mike, I have a question. If you have renamed the, I think, PinPad soft Card Wizard, sorry, Card Wizard application name, shortcut basically icon name. So, if we did not rename this shortcut, then what happened?
It would still work. It just, in a matter of like having users kind of self-help a little bit, it's kind of more, apparent to them if it says fix pin pad, versus the Card Wizard short, because they aren't really familiar with what the Card Wizard software is. So I just rename it just more for them than it's not for us. It's for them so they can, fix it without needing to reach out. So it
So,
did find it
mhm.
here, and it found it on COM port 33. So I just apply and okay, and it should work.
And
Do
what?
we have any way for you to test it?
Hmm.
Um, I guess I could make a dummy card for somebody.
Or could you like go, can you still get to the screen where you can like reprint it, but if you don't follow through, like do a full copy of a card, but if you don't follow through with the pin, it'll just like cancel out. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I used to test it.
If we don't do the pin though, it mails them a card.
Well, no, like you know how like you can do the, and maybe it's changed, and that's fair if it has, but there's a place where you can go in and look at an existing card and just say you want to do a physical reprint in branch of it. That would never work correctly in reality because it changes like the code on the back and things like that. But I'm just thinking, can you go to like, me, for instance, and pretend to reprint an existing card, and then when it gets to the pin, if the pin works, just let it, lapse and cancel.
I
Like right here, if you do reissue, that
I know,
would.
but if I do reissue, it's going to change everything. It's
Oh, there
going
used to be a way to wasn't there a reprint button before?
to,
Maybe it's
not
different. There used to be a reprint function. But
not
yeah,
that I recall.
if you want to make me a dummy card, you can. That's fine.
You know what? I
Um,
don't know if our card machine's working.
oh,
I think it bit the dust today.
that's not good. But
I don't think anyone's actually put a ticket in for that. I'll have to
dang,
ask if they
it's not
did.
like a widespread thing. It's just your device is struggling. Is that
No,
the?
our device, it had some kind of jam today and then it jammed again. And
Oh,
now when somebody tried to print a card, it's not printing, but she went to lunch, so I didn't really get to ask her about what it was.
gotcha.
So I gotta go over and play with it again, I guess.
All right.
Um,
Do you
I
want
don't
to
know.
test it on Monday and follow up with us?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let me just write myself a note.
All right. So we don't know for sure, Hardik, unfortunately, because the pin machine looks like it may be offline. But what we did should be the fix. It should work, but I did just wanted to do a test just to make sure. But that's all it should need for this particular one.
I totally forgot that I used to do that to the card,
I know,
I mean,
right?
to the pin pad thing. Because I had a newer one in Lanesboro, so now that I'm over here with this original one,
Yeah, the old ones.
the old one. All right,
What? So I think we're good for now.
I think we are.
And then just let us know. We'll just notate the ticket that we're waiting for you to test it, and you'll follow up with us. You
Okay,
can respond to the ticket. You can comment in the ticket that it was successful, and Hardik would see that and can close it out on
okay,
Monday.
all right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right,
Bye.
bye.
So, Mike, are you here?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I am.
Mike, I have a question that, I mean, why the port getting disturbed or shortcut has been deleted automatically? I mean, what is the reason for this
Um,
issue?
so that particular device, since we've got them, they're years old. Um, on a new computer, when we would like install the software clean on a brand new PC, sometimes they would work, sometimes they would disconnect every day, and we'd have to constantly reconnect the pin pad. We never found a root cause for it. But the weird thing is, after like a few weeks of people doing that every day,
Mhm.
they'd start forgetting to do it, and it would just work. It's
Mm.
like, I don't know, after repeated like reconfiguring it every day for like a couple weeks, it just finally stuck.
Because sometimes user,
Um,
asking that this issue is creating again and again, and I was actually trying to getting the answer that if user asks that this issue is still persisting or you are trying to reconfigure on daily basis, then what can we answer to
well,
user?
that's why we provided the shortcut so they can kind of self help.
All right.
Um, we never, again, like I said, we never found a true root cause as to why those were happening. And honestly, there's not that many of them out in the field anymore.
Hmm.
Mostly they have the newer model. And the newer model at this point, we fix it once,
Hmm.
and it's fine. In her case, though, hers was connecting every day, no problem. But she did mention, I heard her mention that today at some point she was like messing with the wires to like maybe reorganize her desk or something. She unplugged it. So I
Okay.
think she was the catalyst today. She unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it connected to a different COM port than it had before and just lost it.
Hmm. Okay.
So in
Okay.
this case, I think it was just something that was triggered by her.